Hello and welcome. Welcome to episode 15 of Adventures in Happiness. My name is Vanessa Kinsey. I am a business and life management coach passionate about authenticity, simplicity, and connection. My philosophy is based on taking radical responsibility for your own happiness, and this is my show where I introduce you to people, places, and ideas to inspire you to do just that. So, as I was getting ready for this today, and as you all know, I have a posse of dogs. They are now gathered outside the door because they would not listen to me. And so I'm gonna have to deal with that, as I always do when I'm doing my videos. Anyway, so, I was getting ready for this, and I have some things, that I'm excited to share with you guys today about some ways that you can lighten your load going into 2019. But I started getting really, I was like, wait a second, before I get all moving on to 2019, why don't I just take a step back and think about 2018? And it's funny because, hi Sarah, Happy New Year. It's funny because, I think it's funny that all of us tend to be so on to the next thing and not give ourselves credit for where we are today and being really grateful and happy and satisfied just where we are today. And I know for myself, I am a completely different person than I was in 2017. Completely different. At the end of 2017, I had made some decisions, some choices that, I knew that I was going to have to make some changes. And it's really the first time I think that I can so definitively remember actually making a decision to change, making a decision that there were some things that I wanted to do differently in my life, and then actually following all the way through for an entire year, coming full circle on moving forward with what I was doing, what I wanted to do. I mean, I think that it's so easy to want to minimize those things and not just even stop for a second and think about that. And so, what I wanted to do, what I thought it would be really cool to do is if we just took a second and just thought about if you could sum up your 2018 in one word, just the one word that comes to you about 2018, what would that be? And I would love for you to share that with me in the comments, whether you're watching here with me live now or if you're watching on the replay. And I'll say that, for me, my my word for 2018, the first thing that came to me was proud. And, it's funny because when I was getting ready for this and I was like, episode 15, big wow, it's not episode 100, all the things that it's not. And then I started really thinking about everything and how different I am in the changes that I've made in 2018. I've made 70 videos. I checked before I got on here. I have made 70 videos. Let me just tell you that that's one of the things that going into 2018, I knew that I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to start doing live video. And it was the scariest thing that I've ever done. It really has. This has been the scariest thing that I've ever done, but I knew it was the thing that I wanted to do. And I think it's just really interesting that if you sit around and wait for things to change, wait to be ready, or, it never seems like a good time. If you sit around and wait, if I wouldn't have made the actual decision and drew the line in the sand to make these changes and decide that I want to do that, nothing would change. And I think that's one of the things that, on these New Year thing, that's easy to get caught up in this, resolutions, which I am so not a resolutions person. I'm a New Year's solutions person. That's really what I like to do in the new year, is take something that's bothering me or something that I need to fix, and I'd like to solve it. And so this is the first time that I've actually really ever followed through. Like they say, When you get tired, rest, don't quit. There's been many times in 2016 from when I very first started building an online business. I'd get up and I'd start and I'd quit, and I'd get up and I'd start and I'd quit. And this is really the first time that I've ever moved forward with just keep going, keep facing the fears, just keep going. It's not easy doing this. I mean, even still, I have judgment. I have people that say things to me. There's that fear of what other people think of you. And, the fact of the matter is, if you want to change your life, you have to want to change your life more than you care about what anybody else thinks about you. Let me see what people are saying. Sarah, progress. That is so cool. Reflection is so good to get in the habit of doing. I had a friend of mine recently call me, and she had a really, thank you, Sarah. My friend had this really huge achievement, and I had sent her a message about it when I found out about it. She lives on the East Coast, someone I know only online, but I consider her a mentor, and she won this award online. She won something, and I thought it was a really big deal. It was a really big deal. Actually, it was a big deal. And I congratulated her, and I was wishing I was there to celebrate with her. And then she called me about it. And I was so excited that she had called me that night. She wanted somebody to celebrate with her. And she was just like, yeah, but, and I was like, oh my God, that's what we all do. We all do these things like, yeah, but I started the show, but I haven't done 100 episodes yet. I mean, it's like, no, we're on the way there. Just like be really happy, like really think about the things in your life that you have, the progress that you have made. And you know what? Also, if you're having a really terrible 2018, because I've seen this several times online today, I've seen people talking about like how terrible their 2018 is and how they can't wait for it to be 2019. And, I know I've been there. 2016 and 2017 were truly two of, the worst years of my life. They really were. They were awful, awful years. And, when I got to the end of 2017, it was like, you know what? I can either make the choice to actually change this, to not want to live another year in grief or in sadness, or in the place of like nothing ever really changing. I can actually take control and take responsibility of my own life and start doing those things. Like no one's ever going to give you permission. That's the funniest thing, that no one is ever going to say to you, and no one has ever said to me. The things that I feel like within myself, the things that I've been called, like I feel that I'm called to do, no one's like, yeah, that's exactly what you should do, Vanessa. Yeah, you got to, no, like now there's people saying that. I definitely have people that thank God because of the internet. I have some girls that I will say, some people that are like on my team, I would call them, people that are like behind the scenes that really help me believe in what I'm doing and in going forward and keep going. But I didn't have that before I started. So it wasn't like, someone gave me permission to do this. I just said, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to give it a go. And so what I wanted to say to you guys, I wanted to say is, if you're in this place of wanting to change something in your life, I don't care what it is, that's up to you. You're the one that gets to make that choice of what that is. Why don't you just try it? That's what I said to myself. I said, you know what? I'm just going to try this. And because of all the terrible things that I've already been through in 2016 and 2017, I know I'm not going to die. I know this isn't going to kill me. And I mean, that's the great side. If you think, if you're going through really a horrible, difficult time, you can say to yourself, like, I lived through it. And you can use that as motivation and inspiration to help you move forward with whatever you want to do within your life. Like, harness those hard times. You live through that. Like, yeah, you're still standing. Like, let's try this. And that's what I did. That's what I did in 2017. And when I look back on it now, it's like, it's really like, I'm going to spend some time actually tonight really thinking about it, because I don't do that enough, thinking of the reflection on really how different of a person I am. I am like so completely different than I was. And so, I wanted to talk about, in moving forward in 2019, I was thinking of some of the really simple ways we could leave 2018 in 2018. Before I go any further, I want to show you guys. Can you see this? My Secret Santa. Can you see that necklace My Secret Santa made me? So excited about it. Thank you, Shelly Drown, for my beautiful HappyNess necklace. So I wanted to just talk about some really simple things that you could do to like clear some of the weight that you might be carrying around in your life. In fact, I know you are. I know you are. I wanted to talk about really just focusing on your cell phone, really. Here's the thing with clutter. I got to go through my notes. Here is the thing with clutter. Digital clutter is just as cumbersome as physical clutter, but because we can't see it, we don't realize the weight that it has in our life. And so now, like having these really definitive places where you can draw this line in the sand to move forward for 2019, I thought this would be a really fun thing to do because these are things that you can do starting right now, and you can do sitting on the couch tomorrow as you're, watching the game or watching the parade or whatever it is that you do on New Year's Day. But you could take tomorrow to really implement some of these things that I'm going to talk to you about here. Okay, so you might want to get a pen. Just get a pen so you can take a few notes on what I'm going to, suggest that you might try to offload some of the things that you're carrying around with you that you don't even realize you're carrying around with you. So we're going to focus on the digital clutter. So easy. We're going to focus on our phones. Some of you probably are watching me on your phone right now. Okay. So the first thing, there's 5 of them. The first thing is emptying your email inbox. Now, I have asked people before on my Facebook page to show me how many emails they have in their email and like notifications they have in their inbox. And I'm like completely floored that there's thousands and thousands and like quadruple digits that you have that many. And, my inbox at this very minute is not 0. In fact, it rarely is 0. But I will say I turned off the notifications for that part of my phone. But anyway, so what I wanted you to do is, now I'm going to talk about 5 things. Let me just tell you, I'm going to talk about 5 things. They're in no particular order. And if you have any questions, you can ask them, and then I'll go through at the end and I'll answer any questions that you have, just so I can stay focused, because there's 5 and I'm gonna get all over the place. Oh my gosh, you guys are already telling me. I love this. Yes, in the comments right now, if you want to tell me how many emails that you have in your inbox right now. Oh my God, this like excites me so much. I get such a kick out of this because it's such an easy thing to fix. It really is just such an easy thing to fix. And oh my gosh, you don't even want to know. I have to read your comments right now. Over 4,000. Okay, Uncle Dennis, it's gonna make you feel a lot better when you read everybody else's comments. I don't care if you're watching this on the replay or if you're watching here with me live. Please tell me how many emails that you have in your inbox right now on your, well, I guess it's on your phone or your computer, but whatever. I use Gmail, it's on both. Okay, so here's what you can do. There's 2 ways you can handle this. First of all, Camille, you are always the winner of this. I mean, okay, Camille, I don't know how long you've been here and how long you've been watching me, but listen, okay, I want you to raise your right hand and I want you to swear to me that those 200,333,397 emails that you have in your inbox, that you are not going to take those into 2019 with you. You let that stuff go. All right, so here's the thing. My husky's at the door. Can you hear her? She's like scratching at the door. I'm probably gonna have to let her in. Okay. All right, hold on. I gotta let my, hang on. Go ahead and check your emails. Come on, Bootsy, let's go. Okay, So there's two ways that you can do this. There's two ways to fix this problem. Hold on again. No, stay. You know, another thing that I let go of in something that I stopped doing like in 2017, I am no longer a perfectionist, because like this sort of thing, what's going on over here, like before in 2017 would have pushed me like right over the edge. Now my door is open. I let them in. Now the door is open. I now have to close it. If I get up to close it, then they're going to fall after me. Okay, so here's two really simple ways that you can do this. All right, you can either take a deep breath. Okay, you can either go through them one by one. And I first of all want you to start with the goal in mind. So think about the end. And the goal is, I want to clear my inbox. I want to leave all of 2018 in 2018. So you got to start there. You got to start thinking about where your destination before you even get started. Otherwise, you'll get sidetracked. Okay, so there's two ways you can do this. You can either just go through, I know in my inbox for Gmail, you have the ability to just hit the box up at the top and delete like 10 or 20 at a time. Or if that's too, like if you cannot handle like ditching these emails, if you somehow think, and I have a really hard time believing that if you guys have all of these emails in your inbox, that you're ever going to do anything with them. They're just going to, I mean, think about it. Think about that in terms of physical, like real physical, like clutter. Like sit in a chair and think about what it would look like to have that much stacked around you. I mean, it's so overwhelming, isn't it? So you can check the boxes and delete them. But if you don't want to do that, if for some reason you think that there is something buried in there that you might need, which I don't know, do you? Tell me, do you think that there's something in those emails that you need? Is that why you're keeping them? I really love the psychology behind this. I like really love knowing why you keep all these emails. Okay. Or what you can do, here's another thing you can do. You can click all the box, do the same thing, make a folder. I use folders for, I have different folders. Do you guys use folders? Tell me if you use folders in your email. You can make a folder and you can call it 2018. And you can move all of those emails out of your inbox into your 2018 folder. Don't recommend you do that because I guarantee you're never going to go back and look at them. But if you're one of these people who's saving them for just in case, there's something in there, then that's the second way you can do it. Okay. So number one, in no particular order, I'm going to talk about 5 easy things that you can do. Number one is your email inbox. Okay. And when you do this and you are like feeling so much better, I want to hear about it. I really do. Okay. So that's the first thing. Okay. Number 2, this is even bigger than number 1. Guaranteed. Because I've also asked this as a poll on my page before. We are going to talk about your camera roll on your phone. Wouldn't it be great to just leave all those photos from 2018 in 2018 and have a nice fresh start on your phone? Here's a funny thing. When I got a new phone, I don't know, it's like 6 months ago. I had an iPhone 6 and it was so like completely, it was like the lowest memory. And I did that on purpose when I first bought it because I was like, well, if I buy the lower memory, that'll force me to transfer my photos more often, which I kind of did. But then I also have like I'm a text message hoarder too. We're going to talk about that. So I was so frustrated by my storage situation and getting these full storage messages on my phone that when I bought my new phone, I bought the biggest mega massive storage that you can buy, like you can have like the biggest storage on an iPhone. And now I realize that if I don't that same problem is going to happen, and fixing it when I finally do run out of memory is going to be a lot more difficult than it would be if I just fixed it now. I do have a reminder on my phone for my photos to every month, once a month, to transfer them, but I've been ignoring it because my storage is so big. So I want to know how many, I'm going to tell you right now, I want to know how many photos you have on your camera roll. Tell me right now how many photos you have on your camera roll. I have 2,123. And I am committed to moving those all off of my phone. I use an app to back up my photos, and I don't back up my videos. I don't back up these that I do on there, but I back up my photos on Google. You guys, everybody uses Google, right? You guys all use Google. So I use Google Photos, and it automatically transfers the photos, like uploads them. I do have to go in there periodically and just make sure. So I know they're already on Google Photos, but I don't have it set up because I am such a sentimentalist, and I'm so weird about my pictures that I don't have it set to like automatically delete them after I use them. So that is one thing that that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's the next thing is, so Google Photos or wherever. I mean, some of you guys probably use your cloud and upload them there. For me, I could never figure that out. I could never figure out how to use the cloud. I have no idea. I don't know what the problem is. Having a problem with my Wi-Fi too, I can see. Okay, so, all right, so the second thing is your camera roll. How come I don't see anybody telling me how many pictures you have on your camera roll? I know you have more because I've asked this question, and there are some people that have like a crazy amount of photos on their camera roll. Shawnee, are you watching? I know you're one of those. Okay. All right, number 3, one of my favorites, voicemails. I have a client who I call, and every single time I call her, her voicemail box is full. Every single time. And the annoying thing is that you have to listen to her whole message and waste your time listening to the whole message before it gets to the point where it says the voicemail box is full. I cannot understand, and I give her a hard time about it. If I can ever get her on the phone, I give her a hard time about it every single time. Why are you saving these voicemails that take up all this space? Delete your voicemails from your phone. And then from there, delete your deleted voicemail messages because it saves them in there too. So go through both of those. Jen, you have 18,000 on your phone. 18,000 pictures. Okay. Do you back them up? Because here's what really, I mean, everything I do is always because I'm looking like ahead and in the future, and I'm really like motivated by fear myself. I have seen people at the Apple store freaking out because their phone, whatever, they dropped it in water, or I can't text her. Camille, she's a client at work. I'm not going to give her my cell phone number. That's crazy. You do not give family law clients your cell phone number. All right? You don't. They will text you at all hours of the day and night. That is against the law to do that. So no, I don't text her. I send her emails though when her voicemail is full every single time. Anyway, where was I? I don't remember. Oh, okay. So what, are we done? I don't know. I got distracted. Okay, delete your voicemails. All right. Number 4, speaking of text messages, let's delete your text messages. Okay. Go through and delete your text messages. Some of you maybe you have your phone set to automatically dump your text messages at certain intervals. I know you can do that. I know on my old phone, the problem was I had 67 million megabytes of saved text messages. And that was one of the things, they take up a lot of space. So if you get If you get in the habit of, going through at least periodically, I mean, geez, once a year, deleting your text messages, that like goes a long way. Oh, I was telling you about the photos. Before I go on, the photos, I mean, here's the thing, like, aren't you going to completely freak out if your phone crashes and you lose all those photos? I mean, so transfer them to the cloud or something. Okay, so text messages, that just sitting there, you can go through, delete, 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 or you can choose the function where you can delete them all at the same time. Okay, all in one fell swoop. Hi, can you close my door for me, please?
What?
Can you close that door for me? Not all the way, because now the dogs went out and followed you. Okay, number 5, the very last one. Hello, Kathy. Number 5. Now, way back in episode 3B, actually, because I did 2 episode 3s. Episode 3B, I did a whole video about organizing your cell phone. And I still do that. I still have my phone that way, although now the kids have added some apps. I got to go put them back in folders. But here's the thing about your cell phone. How many apps do you have on there? And out of those apps, how many do you actually use? Probably not very many of them, right? So I dare you to delete some apps that you don't use and clean up your phone. And it's just like the physical clutter. It's so funny that all of this stuff, everything that I've talked about here, all these different things, is like, just like physical clutter, I'm saving it just in case. Just in case. Well, how about you turn over a new leaf and feel what it feels like to actually have a clean slate, like a real clean slate to start with. Oh my God, my dogs. Okay, I took Bamboo to the vet. Sit down. I took Bamboo as my Chihuahua that jumped in my car, almost 10 years ago now. I got him some CBD oil, and as I told you, that did absolutely nothing for him, but I had to take him to the vet to get his shots. It's rabies shot. It's only, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, and it's not just training that he needs. Sarah, I don't know if you're still here. Sarah's a dog trainer. It's not just training that he needs. My vet has given me a referral to a behaviorist. He wants to say hello to you. Okay, so number 5 is deleting those apps from your phone, okay? And so here's the catch. Here is the catch. Now, I just gave you 5 things, and I know you're all overachievers and you want to do all 5 of them, but what I will say is I want you to just pick one. And when you say, I don't know where to start, I don't know which one. You want to say hi to Bamboo? Oh, he's so cute. Start with the first thing. The first thing that jumps out at you, start there. That's where you need to start. And what I want you to do is I want you to start on that one thing, and I want you to start and I want you to finish it. Like, see it all the way through. Start and finish. And then once you get through that, then you can pick, if you want to do another one, you can do another one. And if you want to do all 5, do all 5. But what I want you to do is I want you to tell me when I want you to share with me, because it is such a great feeling. I promise you that, first of all, anything I share on here, any of these little tips or tricks that I share with you, they're all things that I do in my own life, and they're all things that I really, truly believe are going to make your life better and easier and more efficient. And, so text me or message me. I've had some people over the last week, and this happens periodically, where people will do like an organizing project or have something going on, and they'll send me a picture of what they're doing. And I know I'm weird, but it gets me so excited, because I know how much drag this kind of stuff causes in your life. I know that. That's why it makes me so excited when you take the steps to actually start taking control of your own life, and not just like closing the door on it and pretending that it's going to go away. When you start like actually addressing it, it feels so good to move past it. Text me with your progress. And you know what? I guess that's it. I think that's all I have. I really want to hear about what you guys are doing. So Happy New Year. And if you're not going out tonight, if you're going to be in bed by, I don't know, it's only 5:30. If you're going to be in bed by 8, like me, like I have not seen the stroke of midnight in like a long time. At least for the New Year midnight. I rarely can ever stay up that late. So I really wish you guys a really happy 2019, but it's not going to just magically be happy. You have to take responsibility for your own happiness. And this is a great, easy, fun way to start doing that. So text me about it, okay? And I will see you all in 2019. Thank you so much for being here with me. This was so fun. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I've taken a little break and rested, my body at least, not my mind, because my mind never shuts off. So that's great. So I'll see you guys in 2019, and text me your progress, okay? You have one life. Go live it. Bye.